The New York Times reported recently that President Obama plans to use his executive authority to commute the sentences of qualifying federal nonviolent drug offenders. The bold move underscores a growing consensus that the nation's tough-on-crime policies have thrown far too many people into prisons and that the so-called war on drugs has been a failure. Counting liberal groups like the Center for American Progress as well as conservative lobbyists like Koch Industries as its supporters, the Obama administration may reduce the sentences of dozens, possibly hundreds of inmates. Tens of thousands of federal inmates that feel they have been over-sentenced responded to a call for clemency applications. The news comes just days after the Supreme Court issued a ruling that could also end up reducing many sentences. In the case of Johnson versus the United States, justices voted 8-1 against a provision of the Armed Career Criminal Act. And a new bill was just introduced into the House of Representatives called the Safe Justice Act that hopes to, quote, prioritize federal prison space for chronic and violent offenders. Joining me to put all of these things together is my guest, Mary Price. She is the general counsel with the group Families Against Mandatory Minimums. Welcome to Uprising, Mary.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here, Sonali.
Well, first, let's tackle the news of the clemency applications. This is not a new story. President Obama has been considering this for a while, right? Has he already commuted sentences?
Absolutely. Starting last year, he began commuting sentences. Originally, he had been one of our sort of stingiest presidents in the commutation business, having commuted only one in his first term, but he has picked up the pace dramatically with this new initiative. And 43 people have seen their sentences reduced so far by an act of commutation.